right, good day everyone. Welcome back. This is week 2, session 2 of the AC Academy Product Management Program. And today we are getting into two things that every good product manager needs to master. First on the list is competitive analysis, and second is the user personas. So by the end of this very session, you know how to look at the market and find the gaps, also understand exactly who you are building for. So let's get into it. First of all, we are going to treat why competitive analysis matters. So here is something I want you to write down. A product manager who doesn't know the competition is building in the dark. So before you build anything, you need to know what's already out there, not just copy it per se, but to understand what's missing. So competitive analysis helps you do 3 things. First of all, it stops you from reinventing the wheel. You know what exactly already exists, so you can focus on what's actually missing. Secondly, it helps you spot gaps, because wherever a competitor is weak, that is your stronghold. That is your opportunity to win users. Okay, and third, it helps you position better. Yes, so you'll be able to say clearly and confidently what makes your product unique, what makes it different. Yes. Okay, so that is it for why competitive analysis matters. Let us move on to how to research market gaps. So how do you actually do this? Somebody may ask. It's simpler than you think actually. Start by listing 35 competitors, then just search your problem space and see who's already trying to solve it. And then when you are done, evaluate each one. Look at their features, their pricing, and who they are targeting. Also, what they do well and where they fall short. And once you have done that, you look for the gap, you look for the space, and then you read app stores reviews, yes, and then you search the problem on Twitter, you dig into Reddit threads and community forums, you look everywhere possible, and then look at people's opinions and others, because people are actually very honest online about what frustrates them. So that frustration, that is your signal. So let me just show you a quick example. All right, so say you are building an app for young professionals in Ghana, a budgeting app, of course, yes. So you look at something like Carrywise, yes. It's great for savings, but no daily budgeting, yes. Also, you look at Mint, it has a brilliant UX. The user experience is brilliant, but it's just built for the US market. Also, you look at Kuda, yes, Kuda, it carries 0 fees, but again, no budgeting tools. And suddenly, right there at the spot, you can see the space. A locally focused budget and saving app built for Ghana, and that will be your edge. All right. So let us move on to section 3, where we look at what a user persona is. Let's talk about user personas. A user persona is actually a semi-fictional character who represents your ideal user. So this is actually built from real research, not guesswork. The whole point is to answer just a single question: who am I building this for? Yes. So a good persona is based on real interviews. It has a name, it has a face, and it becomes a reference point where your whole team can use. So yes, it becomes a reference point that your whole team can use. So it's not just a demographic stat. It's definitely not something you make up at your desk. Yes. So let me walk you through an example that I made. Meet Abna Mensah. Yes. Abna Mensah is 26 years old. She is a marketing officer based in Accra. Yes. Smartphone first, and her quote is, "I want to save money, but I never know where it goes." Yeah. So her goals are to save 500 Ghana cedis per month, also understand her spending habits, and then just feel financially confident. That is her goal. So her frustrations are that money seems to disappear all of a sudden. It just disappears after payday. Banking apps also feel so complex, too complex, and there are no local budgeting tools that speak to her context. Her behaviors, all right. She checks mobile money daily. She shares expenses over WhatsApp and picks up finance tips on TikTok. She also needs, and what she also needs is a simple visual breakdown of her spending. Yes. So auto save nudges in CDs and something that works even when her connection is shaky. That persona was built from 5 real users actually. 5 real user interviews and app store reviews. That's what makes it very powerful. So let's move on to how you can build your persona. So how do you build yours? Yes, here is the process. First, talk to 3 to 5 people, real people. Also, don't talk to just your relatives. Talk to anonymous people. Find people who actually have the problem you are solving and have a 10 to 15 minutes conversation with them. Set aside about 1 to 2 hours for this. And secondly, you look at online communities like Reddit, Facebook groups, WhatsApp communities, Twitter, X, and pay attention to what people are complaining about. Yes, so people actually complain a lot online, and if you can seem to get something out there, yes, that takes about 30 minutes. You can find something over there. You will definitely find something over there. And then thirdly, you find the patterns. Yes, what's coming up again and again, what signals are showing themselves again and again. Recurring pain points are your real needs as a product manager in this situation. And finally, fill in the template. Yes, the name, the quote, goals, frustrations, the behaviors, and core needs, all on one page. Yes, that is how to make your user persona. Yes, so this was just a little detailed information about what we did last Sunday and some top up. That is why this session is a little short. And for your assignment, I hope you remember, it is due before Sunday's live session. You need to submit 3 things: a user persona for your product idea, fully filled out with name, codes, goals, frustrations, and behaviors, and a problem statement using this format. The user needs a way to, then the goal comes because the insight. Yes. So 1 sentence, keep it tight and specific. Yes. 3 competitive analysis comparing 2 to 3 competitor products with the name, target user, core feature, and 1 weakness for each. Submit everything in the form. I hope a form is produced. If it isn't, I will check and then produce a form for submission of your assignments. So before I let you go, there are 3 things that you have to keep in mind today. A competitive analysis is about finding the gaps and not copying features. And your persona should come from real conversations, not made up assumptions. Also, your problem statement should be specific enough that someone could actually go out and test it. So the assignment is the foundation for your group project groupings. Yes, so take your time with it and do it well. I'll see you on Sunday. Bring your drafts and you've got this. Thank you.